Hey, people. It is Tamiko Harvey here from Passports and Grubs. So this week we are going to talk about a place that is right up the street from me. Not quite right up the street, but it's 2 hours. So have you ever thought about what happens to your luggage once it's lost? Your AirPods that you left on the airplane and you never got them back, your camera that got left over in the overhead. Have you thought about any of those things once they are not returned back to you? And it is a place called Unclaimed Baggage. And it's just like it sounds. This place is where I think the airlines have about 60 days to connect the luggage, the item, whatever it was that was lost on the airplane, in the airport, back to its rightful owner. And the luggage, the earrings, the iPads, the computers, whatever it was, hasn't reunited with its rightful owner. Then this place in Scottsboro, Alabama, that's the name of the town, that's the only thing that's there. It then buys all of your luggage, whatever that was lost in the airport, and they sell it at this place called Unclaimed Baggage in Scottsboro. So this is like my third time going there. My daughter was getting ready to go off to college. She was needing a new computer, iPad, and we said, why not make the drive? So once you go in and you go through the front doors, you're looking around and you're like, holy shit. Like all of this stuff that is in this store was once belonged to somebody. And it's not just, think about you getting ready to go on vacation. You brought a brand new wardrobe. You got cute bikinis, shoes, jewelry, all that stuff, and your luggage is lost and it never reunited with you. You first walk in, there's clothes on this side, and then the counter right over to your right, it's like bags and jewelry and belts. And then when you go on to the back of the store, it's where all of the electronics are. Computers, iPads, cameras, Meta glasses, anything that you could possibly think of electronic wise is there. I got my first camera there a few years ago. My daughter has gotten an iPad from there, a computer from there. And I know a lot of people were like, but isn't that stealing? It's not stealing because the airport does try to reunite the items with the owner. It does the airport no good to hold on to all of this luggage. It does the airline. It doesn't do them any good. They want to reconnect the items with their owners. Now, after 60 days have gone by and they still, some people do, but some people don't. It's a lot of people out here that just, I don't know. I made a reel about it and everybody was saying who in their right mind is gonna leave their brand new luggage with Louis Vuitton this, Louis Vuitton that, Fendi, and they don't try to come back and get it. I don't know, it's a lot of stuff in there. I know there was a bag this last time that I was looking at. It was a Gucci bag. Very, very good condition. It looked like it probably had never, person probably had worn it a couple of times. It looked brand new. It was $2,400. So they are selling it at retail price, maybe a little cheaper. I'm not sure what that particular Gucci bag would be going for, but it was $2,400 in unclaimed baggage. So when you think about, okay, you're buying someone's personal items that they wanted back, or if they did want it back, the airline would have been able to connect them back with their item. So I'm not sure. So what should you know before you go? Everything is inspected and cleaned. How do people know that the items are real? They have an authenticator. Everything goes through and it's authenticated. So if you're buying something that's Gucci or Louis Vuitton, know that the store itself, they have an authenticator. Everything that comes through, they know whether or not it is real or whether or not it is a knockoff. So you must know that. The prices, like I said, they're okay. They used to be really, really cheap before they knew what they had. This is like my 4th time going. They are cheaper than retail, but they are still expensive. think $2,400 for a used Gucci bag is just too much. That's just my personal opinion. Think about the human element. What was their story? What were they doing? Do they miss their items? Is some of these items they can't ever get back again? Did somebody spend their whole paycheck on their vacation items and then they're sitting off at the store in Scottsboro, Alabama? Is it ethical to buy these things that were once belonged to somebody? But then you have to also, again, think about the airline does do its due diligence in trying to connect the luggage or the item back to its rightful owner. And after then, the airport can't sit, or the airline can't sit on all of this luggage. You know how many people go through the airports a year? So after a certain time frame has gone by, that's where unclaimed baggage comes in, and they buy so it's not stolen. They're not stealing somebody's stuff. It's not robbery. It's not that. The airline gives a certain amount of time, and if that time has gone by, unclaimed baggage comes in, they buy the stuff, they clean it, it goes through the cleaners, it is cleaned, it's authenticated, and then it is resold to the public. Anybody can go. You don't have to have a membership. You can just, if you're on a road trip and you're headed through Alabama, put Scottsboro, Alabama on your radar and go there. So in the comments below, go to my Instagram, tamiko.harvey, and look at the reel and see what everybody else is saying. What are your thoughts? Would you go to unclaimed baggage? Would you buy something that was someone else's that they never claimed? What would you do? Tell me in the comments. Go to my website, passportsandgrub.com. I have all kinds of where to go, what to do. So make sure you follow me.